Okay, so this is going to be the kind of filter that I use today. It's actually the art mode on the Olympus camera. It's called Dramatic 2 on the camera. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, my name's Jack. So, yeah, I've had a bit of a long day today, so I thought I'll just stand there while I'm waiting for a train and just film what's around my train station. I've been watching Russ again today and the other day. He's cleaning out boxes in the back of his shop, and Russ is actually talking tonight about a cake. And when you're doing film, he was talking about the cake being plain, and if you do B-rolls and stuff like that, it'll be like icing. I'll put that link up for Russ. It's not a bad idea. Anyway, this is Dramatic 2 mode, and that is Spencer Street leading on to Burke Street in Melbourne. Now, I don't mind the dramatic look of that. I completely forgot about it. 2016 I started on Micro Four Thirds cameras, and when I was switching from manual mode over to the movie mode, I actually stopped on the art mode and I spotted it and I thought, okay, that makes sense. Let's give this a go. So literally this is straight from camera. I will try and mute the background a bit because you can hear all the tram noise and all the city noise, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, today is Wegovy Day. It's now 10:42 p.m. at night. I'm back at home, stretching up. And Wegovy, I take the needle at 10 p.m. So I did that 40 minutes ago. I have lost this week 1.4 kilos. Even though it's day 6, so my doctor says do the weigh-in tomorrow, so I might be a little bit more. But it's actually 3 pounds for you Americans. And all up, I will go back and check the other bit. Hang on. And all up, I've lost about nearly 8 pounds, 7.996 pounds, so just basically 8 pounds in 2 weeks, which isn't too bad. It's about 3.5 kilos or 3.7 kilos or something like that. I haven't looked at that. The problem I'm having this week with Wegovy is and I'm not sure if it's a Wegovy or if it's the fact that next week I've actually got a rent inspection from my landlord. So I've been running around trying to clean everything up, and my landlord wants half the furniture throwing out. So I've been moving furniture out to the tip bin and putting it in a skip bin, as we call it here. I've emptied 3 skip bins worth of furniture. It's like throwing out thousands of dollars of your stuff. And I'm trying to not actually get evicted from this house. So each night that's stressing me a little bit about how this rent inspection will be. It's actually in about 9 days' time. But I'm on top of cleaning everything and getting everything done for them. The other thing I was working on today was fan hoe, which you might know about. And I made a little bit of a video for that, so I might put that up tomorrow. I don't want to mix up all my videos with what I did today and that. I even tried vlogging today on a tram while I was travelling down to work from the city down to Burnley. It was like a 15-minute tram trip, and I was just chatting to myself on there, and the tram was pretty nearly empty. There was a few people behind me that were thinking I was going to be insane talking to myself, but that's all right. I enjoy vlogging. And today was extremely windy. Sadly, I just heard it this afternoon, a 48-year-old man has been killed in Victoria, 200 k's, so a fair way from where I'm living at the moment. He was cleaning up his property because of the wind was blowing stuff around everywhere, and a tree branch came down and killed him on the spot. That's how strong the wind was. And I was sitting today outside the Eureka building, Eureka being a very popular word in Australia, especially Victoria, and that I was actually doing this same sort of dramatic mode filming too when I was there, and I was trying to do the fan hoe black and white photos across a zebra crossing, or a zebra crossing, or a pedestrian crossing, or whatever you call it in your part of the world. And that was inspired by John, JD. I was watching JD's video before he went to work today, and he had an 8-minute video, and he was down at the World Trade Center, our World Trade Center, not the one that's in a big hole in America. And he was filming himself being a Beetle going across the zebra crossing. And that got me thinking, okay, John, I think, does all his work in the morning. And I'm an afternoon night person, so the sun for me, and we're in the same city, but the sun for me is obviously in an opposite spot to what it is when John's there. So I thought I'll head down the Eureka building and go and do some macro dramatic photography in black and white. Before that, I had 30 minutes in the public gardens that's near there. Just before the botanical gardens, there's actually lawns and gardens and fountains. And there's a Japanese thing going on down there as well. A big Japanese pond inside a dome. And I thought I'll go down there and do some macro. Just stretch out and de-stress a bit. I'm trying to de-stress my camera because I'm trying to be creative to de-stress this mind today. And I've been getting some sleepless nights stressing about this rent inspection. Anyway, that's just me whinging about rent inspections. I don't know if you get rent inspections in America, but we get them in Australia every 6 months. And every time you get a new landlord, they have completely different standards and rules. And it makes no sense. So, it'd be nice if there was actually a legislation in Australia that said this is what must be done. But the legislation just says it has to be neat and tidy. What you call neat and tidy, and what I call neat and tidy, is different to what a third person might call neat and tidy to me. As long as all the sinks, baths, showers, ovens are clean, the floors are clean, the walls are clean, the weeds are gone from the garden, that's generally what people want in rent inspections. This one came through last time and physically just about pulled apart the toilet to try and find a grain of hair or salt or whatever, and it was basically stripping down furniture to try and find stuff. Anyway, this is before I was filming on that staircase. I'm still on the same concourse we're raised. That's one of the trains I drive to. I drive trains. So that one's coming into town. Anyway, what I'll do tomorrow is I might make some more like this and just keep vlogging like this, and hopefully I can get some more ideas about what to film. That's not one of the trains I drive to. Okay. Anyway, it was good de-stressing me. And this dramatic art mode is quite gothic looking to me. It's a bit like a crime scene to me. It works really nice at night, and in daytime it looks very gothic as well. You'll see a gothic one tomorrow. I'll make some more tomorrow at that Eureka building for you as well. Alright guys, stay safe. Talk to people. I will get my face back on here eventually, but right now I'm dealing with weight loss, needles, and life in general. Alright. Love you all. Take care.